Hi everybody, Laura here from My Favorite Things. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another video. This time it's Halloween themed and I'm using more August release goodies, but I'm going to start with some solid color cardstock. These are all by My Favorite Things and I put the names there so you can see exactly which delicious colors that I'm using. And today I'm going to strip it up like nobody's biz. I'm going to cut strips of cardstock and essentially make my own background pattern paper with strips. I like to strip it up. I could, it's debatable if it's appropriate, but I like to say I'm a card making stripper. And okay, moving on. Now I'm not measuring. Some are thicker, some are thinner on purpose. I was going for that. I'm going to adhere them to this white panel, which I trimmed quite a bit smaller so I can have a nice white border. It's 3 1/4 wide by 4 1/2 tall. And I'm going to cover this panel with tape runner. And that way I can just slap on the strips, easy peasy. I'm going to go on an angle, corner to corner. I think that first color might be tropical teal. And then the rest, I can't remember. But okay, so just working my way, button them up as best as I can. It goes really fast and I love these colors. They're very vibrant and fun. A little purple always makes it festive for Halloween. Now I'm going to trim off the excess. You can see I didn't cover the entire panel because I ran out of strips. But I'm cutting off all the excess and I'm going to use those excess pieces to finish off my strip panel. That's what you call being thrifty and being nifty. Look at that tiny little sliver of green going in the corner. I wasn't even sure if it was going to stick, but it did. There's the teeniest little corner of green. Now moving on to this adorable Ghoul Die-namics die set. Cutest little ghost. Really simple. It also comes with some little cheek dies. It cuts out 2 little rosy cheeks. And I say, anytime you can add a rosy cheek, add a rosy cheek, even if it's a ghost. Now, I'm not really like in real life, I'm not really about the spooky because I have an overactive imagination. So I like to keep it really lighthearted, fun, rosy cheek, ghosts, and all that. Now, for a sentiment, I'm using this one. This is really fun. It's called Sassy Pants Spooktacular Sentiment Set. And they're funny. The one I'm doing, it says, I can't even. I'm literally dead. And there's some other funny ones in here. It says like, if you got it, haunt it. You're my favorite creeper. And then there's some other that are a little snarky, but really fun for Halloween. Popped up my stripe panel, popping up my embossed sentiment. This card's very simple. That's why I'm adding an action wobbler to the back of my ghost. These are self-adhesive. You just peel off the backing, stick one part to the back of the ghost, and then stick the other part down to your card, and you have a cute little wobbly ghost. So it makes a pretty simple card full of action. Nothing cuter than a rosy cheek wobbly ghost. I can't even. I'm literally dead. Now moving on to card number 2. This one is Spooktacular. I'm using the Haunted House Die-namics die set, and I cut the house out of some boysenberry. It's a purple cardstock. And then I did a black tree silhouette. And then what I'm going to do now is take the haunted house, lay it over top of some yellow cardstock, just loosely kind of trace around the edge. And I'm going to just loosey-goosey cut some of that yellow cardstock. I'm going to adhere this behind the haunted house to make it look like, the lights are on. Yeah, and are you guys, what do you think about lights? Like, I'm really picky. I don't like these new blue LED lights. I like a warm yellow light. Although in a haunted house, I'm not going in a haunted house, but it's nice to have a warm glow. If it's on your card, you want it to be warm. Okay, for the background, I'm using this, what's this called? Midnight Navy or something. I got the midnight cardstock and the midnight ink. And I'm going around the edge, just giving a little zhuzh, giving it a little darker edging. You can barely see it. It's subtle, but it's there. And it's spooky, kind of, but in a fun way. Okay, I'm taking a circle die. What I'm doing here is going to cut that right into the navy cardstock. And this is going to be like a moon behind the haunted house. I'm kind of tracing to see where I need to ink blend. I'm using some Distress inks. I've got the 3 different shades of yellow. First I go in with a light coating of squeezed lemonade. Then I come in with mustard seed. Just give it a little around the bottom edge. Just a little shading to pump it up. Now I put my panel and see how it's looking. Now I just need a little extra oomph. So I pulled out Wild Honey. And that gives me exactly what I want. Now this is a warm looking honey Halloween moon. I don't know where I'm going with this description, but it looks great with that navy. Okay, gonna adhere this onto a white card base so you have that nice thick white border, which makes it look clean and simple. Okay, then adhere the haunted house, tucking it right there behind the moon. And then I'll just kind of tuck in that black silhouette of a tree. And don't forget the doorknob. It's almost like I'm adhering the tittle, but it's a doorknob. Okay, now I couldn't resist. Like when I saw that owl, it's from the Halloween Who stamp set, and I saw his stripy little outfit. I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make an owl with a rainbow sweater, and that's going to make it happy. Because, you know, I gotta get just a smidge of rainbow in there. And it makes it festive, but in a fun way, not too spooky. You know where I'm going. Okay, so we got a cute owl. You can see my Copic. These are my most used Copic colors right here. Right there. Those are my go-tos. And I sped this up. I don't show every bit of it because, I mean, if you want to watch good Copic coloring, watch Sandy Allnock. She is a magician. I'll tell you, I'm just like, I call myself a redneck Copic color. I keep it really simple. I use a coordinating die to cut out that cute little rainbow owl, and he's going to be kind of peeking right out the door. Look at that. Forget about it. Okay, for the sentiment, I am using this Boo Crew stamp set, and it says, "Howl, you doing?" And it made me think of that sitcom Friends. I don't know if do you know Joey from Friends? He's always like, "How you doing?" And I just started laughing, but it's like, "Howl, how you doing?" So maybe the owls, he's like hanging out the door. He's like, "How you doing?" I don't know. Anyway, he's giving out some Snicker bars. Okay, so I embossed that in white onto black, and I just popped it up right above the owl's head and tucked it right in. And this card is finished. So we've got 2 kind of fun, lighthearted, colorful Halloween projects using the latest August release with My Favorite Things. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.